Gentlemen, week 1 is a wrap. All this anticipation, come and go, and waiting and waiting and waiting, it is all over. And now we know who the real top dogs are. And no, I am not talking about whoever won between Brandon and Troy. I didn't even look. I'm not talking about Chris. I'm not even talking about John. Actually, I'm talking about John. But I'm talking about me and John, motherfuckers, because we outscored all of you guys. Every single one of you, me and John put on a show. Not only did we just put on a show, but we had our third round draft picks not even playing because of a bullshit hurricane. And we still whooped that ass on this entire goddamn league. So y'all need to start bowing to the real kings of this whole motherfucker, because me and John are on top right now. But if we're going to go ahead and talk and break down the matchups, let's go ahead and start with me and John, shall we? I lost tonight. Okay, I talked a big game, and I know I was going to go undefeated this whole thing. I realize as losses come. Not too many of them, but I do realize they come. But I want to put my losses strictly on two people. I blame two people. This motherfucker right here and this motherfucker right here. Only reasons why I lost. So effective immediately, Russell Wilson and Emmanuel Sanders no longer play on my team. Nor will they ever play for my team again, because my team does not accept losers. My team will not have a guy who puts up 10.3 points and drops 2 touchdown passes. Never again. So if you want either one of them, they're all yours.
Bye, Felicia.
There's also a new segment that I'd like to start this week, and I will do every week, and it is the hypothetical Jake versus Chris. And guess what? Week 1, hypothetically, Jake versus Chris. I'm still 1-0, so fuck you, Chris.
You a fucking loser and you fucking know it.
Let's move on to Chris and Kyle. Chris actually put up a pretty good week this week. He ends up sitting in right under 150 points. It's mainly because of one player. He had Antonio Brown, who had 30 of those. But guess what? It was his first round pick. He knew he was going to do some good things. So props to Chris. You beat Kyle. But guess what? Week 2, you got me. So it's not only going to matter in the hypothetical league, it's going to matter in the real league. So have fun with that one.
What he's trying to say is, Suplex City, bitch.
Kyle, though, good performance. You end up starting Dalvin Cook, who you found a diamond in the rough. You also end up getting Matt Stafford 2 days before your matchup, because why? Once again, a hurricane knocked out one of your best players. So, and guess what? Anyone who has a star player from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers or the Miami Dolphins, I commend you. I salute you, because that's some bullshit. We shouldn't have had to gone through that, and a lot of scores would be a lot different right now if those guys got to play.
This is bullshit.
Brandon and Troy. Oh boy, I can't wait to talk about this one. I just looked up the score. Troy, you won. But what's going on, man? Your second overall pick, Le'Veon Bell, ends up getting under 10 points. I guess training camp is more important than we thought so.
Are you aware, bud, why I'm not at practice? I'm going to need 17 because 26 is savage.
But Troy, congrats to you. You deserve to win. Brandon, you're the one I'll have a bone to pick with. You did not even check your lineups. You started Odell Beckham, who did not play. You start a guy who did not play. Meanwhile, you end up snaking one of my players when I had to let him go, Adam Thielen, who drops a Hall of Fame type performance on Troy, and you left him on your bench. You didn't even swap a guy who didn't even suit up. So guess what? New rule in place this year. Absentee ownership, it's not allowed, guys. It's not allowed. If I catch any one of you guys, again, starting someone who did not play, you're forfeiting that week, and I am on the phone with someone to replace you in this league, because I'm not having that shit. So guess what? You better start checking your fucking lineups every gosh damn day. You better start waking up before the game start. You better start paying attention who the fuck is a game time decision and make the move, because I'm sick of this bullshit. I want to play in a competitive league. Chris wants to play in a competitive league. John wants to play in a competitive. Kyle wants to play in a competitive league. And we can't do it if you fuckboys are not setting lineups and getting in guys that are actually playing. So get it together, damn it.
It's absentee ownership, and I don't like it.
Here's the power rankings this week. As you can see, John's on top because he had the most points this week. He would have beat every single player in this week. But coming in at number 2, even though he's 0-1, Chris, is me. Because guess what? I would be 4-1 against everybody else in this whole fucking league. So there you have it.
That sounds right.
If you want to move up on the power rankings, Go out and score some points. I don't give a shit about head-to-head records. Chris always thinks it's like, oh, head-to-head I'm this, head-to-head I'm that. Guess what? That is 1 week. We're talking a body of work here. We're talking multiple weeks. If you can prove to me that you scored more than everybody for 16 straight weeks, then guess what? I will bow down to you because obviously you know what you're talking about. But at the end of the day, you still drafted Eddie fucking Lacy. And I will never let that one go. So deal with it.
Everybody hates me. Jump in the Pegasus. All kind of reckless, the necklace.